Well, I finally did it, guys. I played a glass cannon build. I've never played glass cannon before, but I decided to give it a shot. 50 con, musket, and rapier. And it really surprised me. I didn't think that giving up all that durability would actually be worth it, but musket has crazy good burst when you have this much damage, and you can catch people with really nasty combos and kill them quite quickly. On top of it, I have never in my life played a rapier build that hits this hard, and I kind of love it. Rapier is my favorite weapon in the game, and man, I kid you not, 6 to 7k flesh combos. It is absolutely disgusting the amount of damage that a build like this does. But the trade-off is I'm pretty flimsy. I gotta be very careful when I fight, and I definitely can't stick in something if I don't have that trap down for the healing. So, without further ado, let's get into this PvP commentary of a very long fight I had against this group of greens. As you can see, I am just using the speed of the musket, especially accelerating traps to kind of control my distance here. When I'm fighting players in a group like this, especially when it's a more open field situation, I want to separate them based on their speed as best I can. With accelerating traps, I'm basically the fastest thing on the field. That was a really good use of the stone form there to take away the snare from his cyclone so I could actually get out of that without dying. And yeah, so I'm just trying to spread these guys out basically and see if I can split them up and land those big combos. Unfortunately, I missed that power shot there, but he does step in the trap, and I get some okay damage on him. Honestly, I missed quite a lot of that combo, and these guys just stay right on my tail. Unfortunately, I get clipped at the end of that heavy attack evade. And yeah, they converge on me really hard here. I think the mistake I made was going predictably in one direction instead of trying to change directions there. But you guys know me, that's not the end of the fight. I come back for some more, and I find them just a little bit further away in these acid chest area. And I don't, unfortunately, manage to get any kills in this part of the engagement, but I did land a couple nice combos there, and there's a nice little move with the trap to just break that distance. And I do my best in this fight again to just pull these guys apart. This guy ends up chasing a little bit further, and I get some good damage on him. Lots of damage, actually, with the flourish and finish. He just gets to the hatchet and the berserk in time. And this guy ends up chasing me out with a sword and shield. I do hit the trap on him. Look at that lifesteal. This is the one area where I feel like a glass cannon build is actually really good. If someone steps in that trap, I do insane damage to them. And they stay pretty disciplined. They decide not to continue to chase me. And then they tell me to keep running, which, yes, I will do, but now after you. And they head towards the safe zone here. Now, I thought they would teleport away because they all stopped at the safe zone, so I just headed down this way around the other side, and I loop around, and I see them doing this acid chest run, so I engage with them again. I get the trap on this guy, good damage, but oh my god, I take a lot of punishment trying to do that. I didn't have the lifesteal up for the end of that combo, and these guys are all over me. But I learned from my first mistake when they're up close like this, a lot of direction changes as they try to stick to me, and that allows me to have enough distance that I can get to my trap again. And honestly, I throw the first trap down, having the second one ready. I'm not worried about being able to get away. And I get this guy with a nice stopping power into the power shot. Oh my god! That was a 5.5k power shot crit. Insane damage on that guy. And I do take a bit of punishment, but I throw the trap down so I at least can ensure that kill while I get the lifesteal off of the player that's in it. And these guys just stay right on my tail. The flourish and finish I miss end up going through, and he gets really good damage on me. I just managed to dodge those attacks, and I drop down the end, or the edge here, and just hug the wall enough to dodge that incoming arrow. Now, I know these guys are doing chest runs, but at this stage, man, if they don't have PvP gear on, it is 100% their fault. They've all had more than enough opportunity for it. And honestly, I hit these guys so hard, I think they're not in PvP gear, but then I go back and look at the numbers, and I'm like, yeah, that was 12k damage. This poor guy steps in the trap, heavy attack into the light attack evade. That was 7k plus damage on that combo. He just gets nuked. Such a nice combo. And this guy right away starts running back up to the top, and I'm just going to fast forward a little bit. I chase them up here, and this guy here is just talking that hot trash. I throw the trap on him, but I go for the other player instead, hoping to get a good combo on the lower health player. Plus, I really don't want to attack him if he's typing. I want him to fight, and then I'll attack him. So yeah, he sends me his paragraph, and I just do my best to kite the rest of these guys. I eat the spear from this player, and then right away the direction change to go back the other way. and they just keep shooting at me. I get a nice flourish and finish on that guy, and then quickly switch targets to the Musket player. He is pretty squishy. I get good damage into him, but I don't land the end of that combo, unfortunately. And these guys decide to take a bit of a hike. There's just 3 of them now. I know that there is a 4th, and of course, I'm going to follow them. I want to try to get all the PvP points I can. There's a couple of them I don't think I've downed, and they end up getting their reinforcements here, and we just do a little bit of a shootout. The other player with the Musket there, he does not have excellent gear, and that I can just tell by the fact that he's not doing a ton of damage with that Musket. I'm very squishy. He should be hitting me hard, so I'm assuming this guy is in lower gear score, and the other fellas here, though, they hurt, and I have to be very careful. He hits me with the skewer, the dots start ticking, and I manage to roll away and heal with the potion, and I turn around and hit him with the stopping power. That's kind of a risky move, because the bloom on the gun is really intense if you don't take a moment to stop. So in that particular situation, you're just kind of whipping the shot and hoping that it's going to land. Unfortunately, I get caught by the immobilize as I go for the flesh combo. That was a great counter to the combo I wanted. And he stepped in the trap too, so that would have been a big fat heal for me. And right as I respawn, they're waiting at the spawn, and I throw the trap on the ground. One guy steps in it. Big combo to take him down, but he ends up respawning right away. And yeah, I'm going to have to be careful here. Lots of spears coming in. And I get a decent flourish and finish on that guy. He ends up dodging the end of the combo again. I do manage to avoid the gravity well this time, which is great. I throw the trap down. Unfortunately, he leaps right by it before I can hit him with it, and clips me for a pretty good amount of damage there. And then as I drop down to the bottom, again, I don't get the trap where I need it. And that was just good on his part. He was trying to dodge further ahead or behind me, and I end up missing the throw on him. And then I respawn again. They're all waiting for me. And honestly, dude, can we just talk about how OP Musket is for a second here? They just... oh, I just slip out of there. They almost didn't do any damage to me. And I have a little bit of a shootout with them. Again, I don't get any kills, and they decide that they're going to head back to the spawn. So I decide that I'm going to head back to the spawn and teleport to a different spot, and I come to this area in like 5-ish minutes, and look who I find again. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to check this build out, there's a link to it down below and a written guide on my website, pvpnewworld.com. If you have an awesome clip that you want to see in the New World Top 5 fights, you can send that to Kristofer at pvpnewworld.com. A big thank you to ExpressVPN for sponsoring the show. You guys can get a deal on your first purchase with them, thanks to the link down below. And of course, a massive thank you to all of my patrons on Patreon. Thank you guys so much for supporting. Thank you everybody just for tuning in and watching. I am having so much fun in open world PvP lately, and I think I might be in love with glass cannon builds. Have a good night, everybody, and I'll see you next time.